We go again, wait. Give me best shot.
New balls, please.
Ever wondered what happens when the Joker of tennis, Novak Djokovic, decides to serve up some comedy? Well, grab your popcorn and your overpriced tennis visor because we're diving into Djokovic's top 8 hilarious moments on the court. But first, did you know that tennis was removed from the Olympics in 1924 and didn't return until 1988? Watch until the end to discover the interesting reason why. And as always, if this video serves up some tennis joy, follow that like button and backhand a subscribe for more ace-worthy tennis content like this. You're in the stadium, you've got your favourite cold drink, and Djokovic struts onto the court with his game face on. But wait, what's this? He's flipping imaginary long locks of hair and doing a stance that's more Victoria's Secret runway than Wimbledon. Yep, it's Novak doing his best Maria Sharapova impersonation. And if you think that's amusing, just wait until he starts serving. Oh boy, the squeal! It was so high-pitched, even the local dog park went silent. Somewhere, Mariah Carey felt threatened. I'm sure the audience was thinking, did we just buy tennis tickets or front row seats to Comedy Central? But don't just take my word for it, see for yourself. Ah, the world of tennis, where sportsmanship meets showmanship and sometimes, yes, rearmanship. Picture this, the scoreboard's glowing with high-intensity numbers between Djokovic and Nadal, two titans locked in an epic duel. You'd think it's a clash for the history books, but pause folks, time for an unscheduled butt-off. So they start by pulling their pristine white shorts as tight as a snare drum against their, assets. The crowd gasps. It's like watching Michelangelo's David and Venus de Milo comparing sculptures? A cheeky showdown in the most literal sense. Now enter stage right, the flex off. Each cheek flex is a symphony of athleticism and, let's face it, raw courage. I mean, how many people dare to flex their bums with thousands watching and cameras rolling? If butts could talk, they'd say, "Look ma, I'm on TV." Just when you think it couldn't get more entertaining, Nadal, being the sport that he is, delivers a playful kick to Djokovic's rear. It's like a booty bump of camaraderie. His way of saying, hey Novak, in the game of butts, we're both winners here. And as Djokovic chuckles and the crowd goes wild, one thing becomes clear. These two aren't just tennis titans, they're showmen of the highest order. Prepare to witness the most entertaining butt-off in tennis history? Enjoy the view. Imagine being at a match and Djokovic, in all his tennis glory, suddenly feels the need to switch things up. He hands his racket to an unsuspecting ball girl, much to her surprise and the audience's glee. Then Novak takes her place, attempting his best ball girl imitation. Hands on knees, attentive gaze and all. It's like watching a lion trying to be a kitten. Who knew our tennis champ had a side gig as a method actor? But how did he fare in his new role? Let's find out. Picture a shy Anna Ivanovic minding her own business and then, bam, enter stage left, Djokovic with a mischievous grin. In a moment that no one saw coming, Novak coaxes her into the spotlight and what ensues is pure gold. They break into the iconic Gangnam Style dance. Tennis court or dance floor? It's hard to tell. It's like watching James Bond and a Disney princess breaking into a K-pop music video. But who had the better moves? And did Anna's shyness fade away amidst the rhythm and roars? Let's hop onto this beat and catch every hilarious twist and turn. Now, we've all seen Djokovic's strength on the tennis court, but when he faced off against a sumo wrestler, not quite the same story. Picture a scene, Djokovic all geared up, pushing with all his might, but the sumo standing firm, looking as if he's waiting for a gentle breeze rather than battling a tennis titan. It's a hilarious testament to how skills vary across sports. While Djokovic dominates with a racket, against a mountain of a man, it's a whole different ballgame. Curious to see a Grand Slam champ versus an unyielding force? You're in for a giggle. There's nothing like a surprise guest to spice things up. During a press conference, Wozniacki pops in with a sly grin, asking Novak the million-dollar question. Who's his favourite female tennis player? Djokovic, ever the diplomat, weaves a web of words that leaves everyone more baffled than before. Like a politician dodging a tricky query, he's all charm and no spill. So, who is his favourite? Let's dive into this humorous evasion and see if you can catch any clues.
Yes.
Who's your favorite women's tennis player? Is that her as well?
Well, we'll have to keep that a secret. But I think I already discovered one of my favorite women's players. I've just said her name, and she's actually my neighbor as well.
Switching roles again. This time, Novak hands his racket over to the legendary Agassi and takes on a new role. Cameraman. As Agassi swings and the crowd roars, one can't help but wonder where this footage is going. Is it a sneaky Instagram live? Or perhaps he's saving it for a rainy day in his phone gallery. Maybe it's going out to all his fans on some trendy new app. Whatever the case, it's pure entertainment. Ready to witness this delightful role swap? Lights, camera, action. After a grueling 6-hour match, our warriors, Nadal and Djokovic, looked as if they'd been through a marathon of both skill and stamina. Every sigh, stretch and stance screamed, please, not another second. And just when it seemed their legs would give out during the long-winded after-match speech, in came the heroes of the moment, staffed with chairs. The sheer relief in their eyes is palpable. It's a scene of exhaustion meets elation. Think they finally got their much needed rest? Let's watch this humorous and heartwarming end to an epic showdown.
On behalf of the global Giamondo family, I ask both of you.
In the arena of tennis, Novak Djokovic serves more than aces. He gives us laughter and heart. Beyond his athletic prowess, he reminds us why we love the game. The passion, the playfulness, and those unforgettable moments. Now, let's answer the trivia question from the beginning of the video. Back in the day, the Olympics had a real issue with what they considered professional versus amateur sports. Tennis was caught up in a big debate about which category its players fit into. The International Tennis Federation and the International Olympic Committee had a falling out over this. Instead of resolving their differences, they decided to break up. So, after 1924, tennis packed its bags and left the Olympic Village. But people missed tennis. A lot. After many years, and probably a ton of missed calls and unanswered texts, the two sides started talking again. They agreed to let tennis back in 1988. mainly because they realised that the whole professional versus amateur thing wasn't that big of a deal anymore. Everyone just wanted to see some quality tennis at the Olympics. So, after 64 long years, tennis finally made its grand comeback. And next time, stay fabulous and ace those serves.